Good afternoon. Today we are finally going to be working on the silver S2000. We've already done a couple of things behind the scenes that you can see on my Instagram if you follow Q Media, where we've detailed the exterior and the interior. But in today's video, we're going to be doing some quality of life upgrades for the interior. So let me show you what we got in order to upgrade the experience driving when you're sitting in the car. Okay, so here's what we got. We have a cup holder for the passenger footwell that goes where the basket goes. And we have a phone mount that will sit by the gauge cluster bezel, as well as a GoPro mount for the hidden compartment up top that we'll be using to mount a GoPro to when we go to the track or autocross with this car. So let me show you on the inside what exactly it is that we're going to be taking apart. Okay, so that phone mount will go right here. We're gonna pop this panel off and trim a little bit of the dash a little bit. You won't see where you trim, it's gonna be on the inside, but we're gonna trim it and mount the phone mount there. The cup holder goes down here where the carpet is. Let me see if I can get the flash on to show you. So the cup holder, there's a bracket that will go here and replace these two clips here and basically sit right here for larger cups. Because in the AP1, you only have this tiny little cup holder here, which is enough for a soda bottle, but not quite enough for a big water bottle. So we'll have additional storage space for water. And then the GoPro mount will mount where this windscreen goes right there. So it's gonna be pretty simple to install. These parts are gonna be pretty simple to install. All you need is a pick and a sharp knife and a Phillips head screwdriver. So without further ado, let's go ahead and install our phone mount here. All these products were bought from Modifry. Unfortunately, I think they're going out of business soon. So pick up some of these parts while they're still available. But yeah, the phone mount here, it comes with this metal bracket. I'm using an amps pattern phone mount that mounts with M4 screws and nuts. So yeah, that's the phone mount that we're going to be using. Let's go ahead and install that. Okay, first things first, to install the phone mount, you're going to see there are some covers right there that's going to be holding. These covers are going to be hiding the Phillips head that we're going to need to take off. So grab your pick tool and just pry it down. Ooh, pop that at you guys. Anyways, got another one right here that comes off. The bolt on there isn't, or the screw in there isn't really that tight, so you should be able to just use this and get it out by hand. And we'll go ahead and set that aside with the other stuff. And with those two off, you should be able to just go ahead and gently pry away at the dash cover right here. Popping over to the passenger side here. See, once this pops out, you have a Phillips head here. So we'll go ahead and remove this Phillips head right here. And this is where the phone mount is going to go. It's going to basically mount where that Phillips head used to be. Something like this. So what I would recommend next is to go ahead and gently mount this so that you know where to trim on the dash. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this up real quick. And that way this will give you a rough idea on where you need to trim back here in order to get this to sit flushly. So I'm going to trim back basically from here all the way down to about here. All right, so hopefully you guys could see all of that. We've got most of it trimmed away. We might come up and touch it up a little bit here. But basically, yeah, we trimmed about that much of the inside piece a little bit. I might go back and trim a little more just to make sure it all fits. But basically, you do that and then push it back in and do everything in reverse order. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and clean things up here. Okay, here's the finished result of that. I would show you guys with the phone mounted, but I'm using the phone to record right now. But basically, you know, magnetic mount will sit right here. And then as you're driving, you can see your phone GPS right here easily, and radio right there. So yeah, very nice quality of life install for a phone right here, because there's nowhere really to mount besides the window, and personally, I don't like window mounts because they never stick in the heat. But we're done with that. Let's go ahead and do the cup holder next. Okay, next up we're going to install this cup holder right here. So when you guys buy this with the cup holder, you'll get this bracket here that will go in the transmission tunnel, as well as a mounting plate that will go onto here, and a little spacer for one of the plugs. So first things first, we're going to assemble this here. You're going to take this piece here and just install it into the back of this plate so that it will mount like this. If we can get it on. Like that. So that's going to be how you mount the cup holder. We're going to take this off real quick and install it onto the actual cup holder itself, which is 4 screws that they provide. And it just goes straight into the cup holder itself. If I could stop dropping these. Huh. Okay, easy peasy. Now, let's head over to the car and get the rest of this installed. Okay, coming over to the car, this is the area that we're going to be working in. So first things first, we're going ahead and remove the net right here. And then there are 2 screws in here that you'll remove, and that's 2. And the bracket's going to sit something like this. So what we're going to do is take our bracket here. For the bottom one, you'll just go ahead and slip this through. But for the top one, you'll take the original screw out, slip this through, and then take the provided rubber spacer here. Take the provided rubber spacer and get this over this piece here, like that. And then, pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and install this in reverse and use the provided longer tapping screw. Okay, welcome back to day 2. As you can see, we've changed our shirt, and we're going to be installing something on the blue car this time. So on the silver car, we went ahead and installed the phone mount and the cup holder. And today we're going to be wrapping it up by installing this windshield mount that can hold a GoPro or a camera. Now, since this car has the hardtop on, it's going to be a little harder to show you guys exactly how to get this installed, but I'm going to quickly go over what you need to do. Okay, so coming into the car, what you're going to find is behind this windscreen here, there is a cover holding on 2 screws here. And then on the inside of the little box here, there's an 8mm nut attached to the screw that's holding on the windshield. So what you need to do is go ahead and pry up this cover here, and you have the same one over here, and then you get a flathead screwdriver inside to hold it and undo it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this real quick and then show you the results after taking it apart. Okay, so here is the windscreen removed. As you can see, there is a Phillips head screw holding this in. And basically what you need to do is get a pry tool like this and pop off this cover here that's covering the screw, and then take a Phillips head and go ahead and undo it. So with that removed, this is how it looks like. Go ahead and take a cloth and clean this area up here before you put on the plate. Okay, so with the surface cleaned up, go ahead and grab the Modifry base plate and the windscreen here. You can go ahead and put through the screws into the holes that are already pre-drilled, like that. And then to install it, just go ahead and do everything in reverse order. So I'm going to go ahead and set you guys down, and you can watch me put this in, and then we'll be done with all the interior modifications. All right, so just to wrap things up, we have our windscreen mount here, and this is what the camera mount for the GoPro looks like. That will attach like this. And then you have your GoPro here, and then they also make a camera head mount, but that I think you can just go ahead and take this off and mount one on. But yeah, and then if you want to go ahead and remove it, just pull up the tab and it's done. So that's the windscreen mount for the GoPro. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and take care of this video for today. If you guys found this video entertaining, please hit that like and subscribe button. We are almost at 1,000, and I believe by the time this video goes up, I will be at autocross with this blue car right here. So if you guys are excited to see how this car does autocrossing, this is going to be my first time ever driving rear-wheel drive. No traction control, nothing, and I also think it's going to be rainy that day too, so it's definitely going to be a fun experience with this car. So if you guys are looking forward to that video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out my Instagram at QMedia for any behind the scenes updates and other things like that. So without further ado, I will catch you guys in the next video. So peace out and have a great day. Bye-bye.